Well, transgender issues have been in the news recently, especially with bathroom rights in states such as North Carolina. And just last month, actor Jeffrey Tambor won an Emmy for portraying a transgender woman in the comedy Transparent, who asked Hollywood, quote, please give transgender talent a chance.
Joining us to talk about a new effort to help transgenders is Chris Marquis, creator of Genderis.com. And Chris, we're going to show some video of the Emmys last night where, again, transgender issues are being brought to the American people. And that's kind of what you're trying to do with this website. You're trying to help transgenders navigate their issues. So tell me what your website Genderis does.
Right, so the #1 goal of our website is to provide our users with more de facto information relevant to therapists, doctors, lawyers, so pretty much the full gamut of services that that folks in that area need, in addition to making sure that they have resources that really treat them with dignity and respect while they're at those providers.
So it's sort of bringing all of those resources together, making it an easier process for folks.
That's correct. More of an online directory or data service. That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about your situation. You were a decorated Marine. Tell us about the issues that you faced in such a macho environment.
So sure, and thank you for having me. So you know, when I went in the Marines back in 1993, there wasn't really a lot of information out there. I mean, you know, so I really didn't know what was out there. I just know I felt a certain way, and I tried to really, in a sense, to force condition myself. And part of that effort in trying to force condition myself was joining the Marines.
There's two things I think that are kind of at play here. One is the transgender community trying to help itself and be more acclimated and accepted, I guess, but within themselves and the outside world, and then those of us who are not transgender, right, on how to understand what transgenders are going through. So does your website address those issues?
Yeah, our first obviously goal is to get people the information that they need so that they can find the right providers and be successful in that area. And then there'll also be some information for families, for families of transgender members who are out there trying to seek information as well. And then as well for parents of transgender children who are also looking for information. So yes, that is one of our additional goals, is to have that information available as well.
When you though look at how far society has come, and especially with the Emmy last night, how does that make you feel?
I feel it's great. We're making headway. There's definitely a lot of headway that needs to be made in terms of the medical and provider area. I mean, we can send people to Mars, but, we can send robots to Mars and do great things with that. But I mean, at home, there's just not really great information to find as far as data and availability of providers. So we still have some headway to go to truly make progress, but it's great that there's folks out there making progress in those areas as well.
Last question, the name Genderis, you told me before we came out for the interview, right, where you got the idea for the name. Why don't you explain that?
Right, so it's a mixture of gender and then the Greek goddess of struggle, Eris. So, and the site is really the antithesis of gender struggle, which is to really look to provide people with the right care so that they can find balance within their own lives and to really eliminate the gender struggle.
All right. Well, hopefully some people watching will be able to check out that website and get the help that a lot of people, I think, are seeking right now. Chris,
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.